Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and I'm looking forward to a yin yang puzzle of some sort by Itrio today. I haven't done a yin yang in a while, and I haven't done an Itrio puzzle in a while, and it might take me a while because Itrio doesn't post any giveaways, but this has been recommended to us quite strongly, and certainly worth having a look and giving it a go, and I'll take that on in a moment. I'll explain the rules. Stick with me for that because you'll want to understand them if you want to attempt the puzzle. And it won't take me long to mention that there are various things on Patreon, including our playing a Blueprint Sudoku together, Simon and myself. And that has been posted in the last week. There are solution videos to last month's Duality 3 pack, and that was by Skunkworks. And this month, of course, the pack has been the indexing puzzle pack by Blobs, open as a competition till the 20th only. But there's also crosswords and connections and gridogram videos on Patreon. Loads of content there to keep you happy if you just contribute the tiny bit that it costs to be a patron each month. And, oh, I've got pigeons outside my window that I want to scare away because I don't want them nesting this year. Anyway, never mind about the pigeons. We've also got apps. They feature Classic Sudoku 2 and the Worms, as well as many others. And we've got loads of content on the channel. Friday crossword masterclasses, minute cryptic every day, Wordle in a minute, 2 Sudoku videos a day, the occasional other video like a collaboration between Simon and a competition winner, just loads going on all the time because they're fun. So I'm going to go through the rules of Modular Yin Yang by Itrio now. So let's see what we have to tackle. Oh, merchandise as well. We've got some of that too. So check out all your hats and mugs and stuff. Right, no, it's all on the links under the video. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Now, we have to shade some cells such that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected. All unshaded cells are orthogonally connected. And no 2x2 area is either fully shaded or fully unshaded. So that would be one possible shading of the grid. A digit in a cell with an arrow counts the total number of shaded cells seen in the direction of the arrow. So this arrow would count 1, 2, 3, and there'd be a 3 in that cell. Fair enough. That's the rules, just counting shaded cells. For every 2x2 area in the puzzle, no 2 shaded cells can ever be from the same modulo 3 set. In other words, in any given 2x2 area, there can only be 1 shaded cell with a digit from 147, 1 from 258, and 1 from 369 at a maximum. So I've highlighted a poor area where you couldn't achieve it, but if I highlight that 2x2, these must have different modularities or modulus sets. Wow, okay, I mean, I understand that rule. I do not understand in my brain for a moment how we're going to be able to apply that rule, or how it fits with the yin-yang rule set. And there don't seem to be any other rules. That's it. We've got yin-yang, we've got this general modular constraint over every 2x2 area in the puzzle, and we've got these arrows, and that's it. You give it a try if you want. I think this could be a long old video. Let's get cracking. So, the only thing I know to talk about to start with is the perimeter of a yin-yang puzzle. There are 2 global constraints on yin-yang puzzles that often really matter. And the one that matters the most at the start, normally, is the one that says that in the perimeter, you can only have 2 runs of colour, like 1 of the shaded and 1 of the unshaded. And the reason, if you just imagine this, is if you try and connect, if you tried to have 2 runs of each, like that, then to connect up the yellow area somehow, you would block off the 2 pink areas. And to connect up the two pink areas somehow, you would block off the yellow areas from connecting. So that's why the perimeter only has a maximum. It could be all one colour, shaded or unshaded, but it could be one of each. Now the other thing is that you can't have these little Battenberg checkerboard patterns, where those, because again, if they connect up, they're going to isolate one of the yellows so it can't touch the other one. And the same is true for the yellows. So that's impossible too. Those are just basic background facts. Now, the corollary, a corollary of the perimeter fact is that two of the edges, by which I mean the rows or columns of the perimeter, of which there are 4, 2 rows and 2 columns, 2 of those must be monochromatic. They must have only one colour. And the reason for that is if you're only having a maximum 2 colour swaps as you go around the perimeter, they can only occur in 2 of those 4 rows and columns. And the other 2 must have no colour swaps. So what we can do, I think what we can do here is identify that there is a colour swap in this row. Because if this was all shaded, both of these cells would have a 3 in, and that would be a Sudoku clash. They'd be counting these cells on the left, these cells on the right. Put 2 3s in that row, it's illegal. If these were both unshaded, these would both be 0s, and that's a real problem. So there is a colour swap in this row. Now, does that apply in the bottom row as well? Yes, it does. It can't be all shaded, or you'd have 2 8s at each end. It can't be all unshaded, or they would be 0s in these cells. So the 2 monochromatic edges are this one and this one. And one is one colour and one is another. One is shaded and one is unshaded. Now I don't know which is which. There's a little too much symmetry in this puzzle for my being able to deduce that yet. But I'm going to use pink and green until I know which is shaded and which is unshaded. And when I get to that point, I'm going to translate to grey and yellow. That's my plan. Now, the shaded area in the top row doesn't it have to stretch across here? I think it does, because there's only one colour swap, and some of these cells have to be shaded, so that gets a real number that's not 0. Some of these cells have to be shaded, not shells have to be shaded, because that's a real number that's not a 0. So I think the grey area up here extends at least that far. And for one of them, there's going to be a 3 here, because it's going to get to either purple is shaded or green is shaded. So it's going to get to the perimeter one way or the other. The other one is going to be a 1 or a 2. Oh, and this is a good point about these arrows, is that some of them are pointing quite short distances. This one, that's clearly got a max of 1 or 2 cells that it's pointing at that can be shaded. These two are pointing at 4 cells. Right, bingo, look at this. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in the box. And one of these two is the 4, because it's not up here. And the 4 is going to say either those are all shaded or those are all shaded. And either way that goes, it means this pink colour is shaded and can turn grey. And that means the green colour is unshaded and can turn yellow. And we can shade that cell and write a 3 in here. And there's my first number in the grid in just 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. I can colour this cell yellow because it avoids a 2 by 2. Now, these two actually, they're not pointing as short a distance as any of these arrows, but they aren't pointing very far. They're pointing to a maximum of 6 shaded cells. So in fact, they're a 5 and a 6 And one of them does reach all the way from here to the bottom row of shaded cells. Therefore, one of these is shaded, and if it was that one, all of these would be shaded so we don't have any more perimeter breaks. And if it's that one, all of these are shaded. So we can definitely shade these, which helps with that one counting 1 or 2. Now, this digit as well is no more than 6. These ones, I suppose, can be up to 8. That one as well. This is up to 6. That's up to 6. This is up to 7. They're all feeling a bit less helpful. I can do that yellow to avoid the 2 by 2. What else can we next do in the puzzle? Oh, I haven't begun to think about the modulo 3 sets. I'm really keen to try and get a bit more yin-yang done before I have to ponder that problem. That's just weird. I mean, if it was entropy sets, you might be able to make some deductions about these, but modulo, I don't know. And it's only modulo for the shaded cells. I don't know, it's not going to be a very helpful rule ever. I suppose these digits are 7, 8, and 9. That's not very interesting, but it is very true. Now, this digit, is it going to be 1 more than that one? This digit is going to count all the shaded cells in that region plus 1. So this digit is going to be 1 more than this one. Oh, this digit is related to this one a bit. This is going to count any shaded cells in this area, which is therefore 4 or 5 plus this one. So this is going to count those 4 or 5 plus this one plus at least 1 more, so it's not the same digit. So this is at least a 5. I'm saying not 9, because if I shade it, I'm saying not 8, because if I shaded all those cells, I'd cut off some yellow from the rest of the grid. So that is 1 more than this, or 2 more. I don't think this can be a 5. Because it would count at least 4 there and that one. And this would be a 5 as well, yeah. Okay, I don't think that's really cutting any mustard. Now, one of these is a 4. Well, it's got to be this one, and they're all shaded, of course. Thank you for pointing that out. Now, this is counting 1 or 2, which is that. Oh no, this yellow has to get out. There we go, bit of yin-yang. The yellow has to get out so it can join up with the rest of the yellow. Now this is definitely counting 1. That means this is counting 2, and this is shaded. That's good. This can't be the 6, or we do cut off this area. That's a 5, and one of these cells is yellow and is where that gets out. This is the 6, and I can now shade all of these grey, and that one so we don't have another perimeter break. This digit is at least 5 and could go up to 7. This one has to be 1 more than that one, and we've nearly got a triple going down here. If I can shade 1 more cell, this becomes a 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on, this is always exactly 1 more than that one. If this was 7 and that was 6, this wouldn't be able to be filled, so that's not 7. And that's not 6. So these two are the same colour, be it yellow or grey. This is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. Wow, this is much more progress than I was expecting. This digit is counting 3, 4, and maybe 1 more, but yellow has to get out, so it's 4 or 5. This is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. Hadn't seen that before. This is counting the number of greys in this column, which is 1, 2, maximally 2 more. So it's somewhere between 2 and 4. What I'm getting concerned about is these digits are done. Right. The modulo rule. So 2 can't be next to 7 on shaded cells in this 2 by 2. No, it's 8, sorry. 2 and 8 are in the same modulo set. So they can't sit next to each other in this 2 by 2. So that's not 8. 3 and 9 can't sit next to each other in that 2 by 2. So actually we get the 7 there. That's weird. I have to try and remember, because my brain doesn't want to see it like this, that this rule is only applying to shaded cells. So it's not going to, all it tells me about this cell is it can't be 6 or 9. And this one can't be 5 or 8. This one can't be 2 or 8. Oh, this is going to do my head in, this rule. I can feel that already. Now, what can we do about yin yang near the top here? Or this 5, this is going to occupy a lot of grey in this column. That's interesting, but that is now going to see, well, it's going to see a maximum 5 grey cells. I don't think it can be that many. Because if you made all of these grey, how are you going to shade 4 of these grey without creating a 2 by 2? That couldn't happen. So that's not 5. That's 4, 3, or 2. There might be a way to eliminate 4, but it sounds like quite hard thinking to do that. This arrow, somewhere between 1 and 5. Okay, let's go back down here. That's odd. If that was a 7, if that was a 7, this would be a 6. Oh, well, we now know that this is counting 4 in this region and that one for 5. So there are 4 in this region, plus 1, plus 1. This is a 6 down here. That digit must be 8. These must be shaded. That cell must be 7. And this is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. Unshaded, I mean. Okay. The trouble is, I hate writing in these digits, because now any clues they can give me are finished. They're over with. I can't use them again. Sudoku. Is Sudoku going to suddenly be relevant? One of these is a 6. No, I mean, I'm not even going to mark that at the moment. It's too far away from being potentially useful, I feel. There's got to be more yin yang. Oh, to be Simon and to understand yin yang. Well, I don't know. There's very little more yin yang that I can do at the moment. Oh, I'm getting a bit nervous now. Oh, there's going to be some issue going on up here about... Right, if this was 8, it couldn't be shaded. So if it's shaded, it's 9. Oh, I don't know, that's weird. If it's shaded, it's in a little 3, it's 3 shaded cells in a 2 by 2. Those are clearly going to be the most powerful areas. 2 shaded cells in a 2 by 2. 3 shaded cells in a 2 by 2. So if that was shaded, it has to be 8, and this thing survives. But then this would also be in a 2 by 2. Sorry, if this is shaded, it's 9. I'm sorry. If it's shaded, it's 9. And then this is from the 147 set. Okay, so can I think about this whole roundelay, this roundabout of cells? You see, there is something interesting. Let's call this one, I'm going to get the letter tool out. Let's call this one A, and this one B, and this one C. And these are for the modular sets they're in. So that's from modular set A, that's from modular set B, that's from modular set C. These two can't have a C in because they're in that 2 by 2. So they're going to be A and B in some order again. So A and B must be in those cells and those cells. Now that doesn't necessarily mean these are both C's. In fact, these are not both. Are they? Can they both be? Yeah, they can both be the same group if they're from 147. Wow, if I could prove that these were from the same group using this methodology, I could say that they were both from 147 because one's next to 3 and one's next to 5. But I can't do that because that could be AB. Well, that could be AB and that could be BA. I don't think I can. I don't think I've got the wherewithal to say anything about that. But it's very interesting just to think about these little threesomes. Oh, look, that must be the same modular set as that, because that set and that set share those two cells. So these two are the same modular set. Right, I am going to go back. I'm going to call them A, and this is a BC pair, and this is a BC pair. And I don't quite know how I'm meant to use this or what it means, but it's still interesting truth. This is then not A. And I mean, there are going to be more grey cells. There's going to be quite a lot down this column. Can I say... Oh, is there a chance of saying that's not 5 now? No. Oh, goodness. There's an issue. If that's 5, these can't be 8. Then 8 has to be in one of these. It's quite interesting. No, it's not anything conclusive. This is a strange puzzle. I'm meant to be able to... I mean, it just... At various points in this puzzle already, it's felt like I don't know what I can possibly do. And then I found something to do. And now I'm at another of those points. This could still be a 2. And why would I care about that? Not sure. We have... Yeah, I mean, a three-way alternation isn't mandatory down these columns. And isn't going to happen. Oh, what digits have we got? We've got to put a 3 and a 9 in the shaded cells down here. And neither of them can be there. But that doesn't mean one of them has to be here, because they could both be here and here. That 7 is going to be surrounded by 1 from 369 and 1 from 258. I just don't know what that means. It really feels like there aren't enough clues at this point in the puzzle. There's no other rules. I'm working with all the rules. I just don't know what to do with them. Sorry, this is going to be hard. That couldn't be a shaded 9. What does that mean? If these were both shaded, then whatever digit this is, this would have to be a different modular set to both that and 6. So these two would be from the same modular set. And that couldn't be 147. In fact, look, this digit sees everything from the 147 set, and it's sitting next to 6. So it has to be from the 258 set. Oh, that's quite a find. This digit is now not from the 258 set, and it's also not 6 or 7. And that just leaves 4 possibilities, which is disappointing. 2 from each of the other modular sets. That was an interesting find, though. And that's from 258, right? So if this is shaded, it's from 147. And if this is shaded, it's a 2, which is exactly what it would be. No, I was going to say I know what this is, but I don't. I only know what this is if this is shaded. I do know, because that's a 2x2 and that's a 2x2, that this is from the 258 set as well. In this 2x2, these must be from the 147 and the 369 set because of that. And once they're that, this must also be from 258. So now we have a 258 triple along the bottom. And therefore, these are one of each and not from 258, one of each of the others. This must be from 147 and this must be from 369. So that is going to be from a different set than this, which is fascinating, but not ultimately conclusive. Sorry about my cold. It's not helping. And it's not getting shaken off at the moment, which is a shame for me, but hopefully not for you. Now, come on, Mark. This was quite interesting stuff. Oh, we know that was from 369. This is from 258. And this isn't from 258. I want to progress up this column a bit, and I can't. If that was a 4, that would have to be a 1. I keep looking at this and thinking that can't be. Yeah, I did make a mistake here. I said this had to be 2 or 5 because I thought it couldn't be there. No, I didn't. I was doing it because of that 2x2. It's okay. I didn't make a mistake. Or not one that I know about. Right, come on. What is this? That is 4 or 5. So it's either from the 1... If it was 5, 8 in the column would be somewhere else, not next to it. If it was 4, we'd have to find space for 1 and 7 in the column of grey. Or can we go somewhere else? This digit, if it's from 147, has to be a 1. And if that was from 147, no, it doesn't specify what these are. Oh, goodness, no, I don't know. There is an 8 in the top row, and it can't sit next to the 2 in grey, and it can't be there. So it's either there or in one of these 3. I feel like I need to do yin yang, and I don't know how. I really feel like that's the big option at the moment. But this digit, I'm very irritated that this... Oh, could this be grey? No, this can't be grey. Yellow has to get out through this gap. That's absolutely blindingly obvious now I've seen it. This has just got reduced to a maximum of 4. Okay, but painting things yellow. Now, lots of these, 4 of these are grey. So there's only one gap to get out. 4 of them are grey. Are there constraints over where the gap is? I mean, can it look like that? Can it look like this? For this to be a 1, that's yellow, and that's yellow. Oh, for it to be a 2, that's the more powerful thing. For this to be a 2, that's grey, and this is 5. And that's then 4. This can't be 4 anymore because that can't be a fully yellow 2 by 2. That's definitely 5. This digit is definitely 2. This digit is definitely 1, and this digit is yellow. And these are all grey to make the count work, and that's been available for ages. This is not a 1. Now, this is not an 8. There's a 7 and a 4. I was going to say and a 4 in this box. The 7 is in one of those 2 cells. The 4 might be there, annoyingly. Now, neither of these are 1 each from 147 and from 369. Because they both touch a sort of 258 digit. This isn't reaching a 2 by 2 with anything except this. Although even that is quite interesting, because that can't be 4 or 7 now, and must be 2, 8, or 9. This can't be 2 or 8, because it's in this 2 by 2, which has actually now got 3 cells in it. Oh, that's yellow, just to avoid a 2 by 2. This is yellow because yellow has to get out. All of these are yellow because yellow has to get out. Now, this pattern I've sort of seen. I think we end up with both of those being yellow. Right, yellow has to get out from here, so it's going to take one of these cells. It can't take them both to avoid a yellow 2 by 2. So that's a domino, 1 of each. Then down here we have to have yellow getting out. Oh, the same's true here as yellow goes upwards. So both of those are dominoes, 1 of each. I think this ends up having to be double yellow. Yeah, otherwise the grey would form a wall one way or the other. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, there is 1 grey there and 1 grey there. If you were to put any grey here, there would effectively be a wall preventing that getting out. So this is double yellow, which doesn't help as much as it would be nice to help with the wall stuff. This is at least 2. This digit is either 2 or 3 now. Oh, and it's sitting next to this 1. Oh, but it might not be grey. Oh, botheration. This is sitting next to 5, so it can't be 8. It's these corners that are powerful. If that's grey, this pair can't use the 258 set. So it would use a 4. Because it would have to use 1 from the 147, and it sees 1 and 7. So it would have to use the 4, and that would become a 1. Wow. Now that's a 5. One of these is grey. If it's that one, it can't be 8. It would have to be 9. But if it's this one, it's 6. So one of these is grey and from the 369 group. But it's what that's touching that's interesting, and it's not really helping. This little 2 by 2 is interesting as well, but I don't know. One of these is from 147, one's from 369. Can I work out this column? Exactly one of these is from 147, and the final digit from 147 is definitely sitting here. In the column, and there is 1 digit from 147 in this pair, so that's all of them used up, and these digits are not from 147, which I knew by Sudoku. 7 is in one of those cells. I was going to say this can't be 4. It definitely can be 4. This can't be a 7-4 pair, but it wasn't trying to be, it wasn't threatening to be. Okay, now, one of the digits from 147 is here, along with a digit from 289. Ooh. If that was a 9, would 2 and 8 be threatening to be touching down here? They'd be threatening, but you could put them there and there. Ah, it's weird. I'm going to have to think of something around here, maybe. Or can I work out, oh, this digit, it could still be 4. I think this grey could be sticking 2 arms in here. Ah, no, we'd have I tell you what, it's not sticking 2 arms in there, because all of these would end up being the same, because these pairs would always be the same, just as up here, because that's A, this is BC and that's BC, and that makes that A. If this was another pair of greys, they'd both be BC, and that would be a third A, and then if that was another set, they'd be BC, and that would be a fourth A. So this can't be the maximum 4, but it can still be 2 or 3. That's a good thought about A's. If that is a BC, if this is grey, this is a BC pair, and that's an A, and that's all 3 A's used, and then these would have to alternate. This would have to be 4. And these A's would be from 3, 6, 9. I don't know. Maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew there. Maybe I have with the whole puzzle. But still making some progress. 8 can't be there. 3, 5, 1, 6. In this column, we've got a 2 in one of these cells that is not here. So one of these 2 is a 2. It's basically by Sudoku now. And the other one, therefore, cannot be an 8, because that would be 2 of the same touching. So 8 is not in those cells. 8 is either there. It can't be here in this column. 8 has to be here. That digit is a 9. That doesn't tell me anything about the colours, does it? Because 9 would be perfectly adequate in this group. But I've got a 2 in one of these. I've got a 4 and a 7. One of them is there, one of them is here. And I've got a 9 still to come. These digits do include 5 and 6. And these are from 3, 8, 9. I don't know, one of them is an 8. It doesn't really do me any good in the non-shadeds. There's a 1 and an 8 over here. The 8 can't be there next to the 5, so it's in one of these cells. And that's probably as much as I can really think about at the moment. Okay, let's consider this being a 3 and all of these being grey. If that's a 3, no, I was thinking about if it's a grey 3, bother, that's not enough. If this is grey, that pair has the same pair of modularities as this pair. Oh, these are quite interesting. If that's the grey cell, this is a 3 and that's a 2. If that's the grey cell, this is the 3. Oh no, it depends which of these is grey. I can't just do that. No, that was wrong. 5 is in one of these cells by Sudoku. So it's in one of these too. It can't be here, not because of being next to the 8, but because of being next to a 2. So that's not the 5. This is a 5 by Sudoku now. Oh, and now I'm totally... I was going to say we need an 8 in the row, and I was thinking I meant that we needed an 8 in grey. We've had an 8 in the row. Okay, so that's good. That is a 5. Now, again, we need 2, 5, and 8 all in this region. And they can't be too close together in grey. Is that useful? I don't think it is. What's this digit, by the way? It sees 1, 2, 3, and one of these. It sees 4, and maybe 2 more. It can't be a 5 by Sudoku, so that digit is 4 or 6. And these two are therefore the same colour. Can they be yellow? Yeah, I think they can. Can they be grey? Yes, definitely. Right. It is intriguing how you just keep seeing slightly more different deductions in this puzzle, which is totally different from anything I've ever seen before. Now, this isn't allowed to be from 258, nor is this. This is 4, 7, or 9. I feel like there might still be more in this central box that I'm not getting. 8's in one, yeah, no, I was going to say 2 can't be in one of those cells, but that's obvious. If that was a 6, one of these two would be from 3, 9, just as one of those two, sorry, if this 6 was grey, one of those two would be from 3, 9, just as that has one from 3, 9. Now, oh no, I was going to say these two, but I don't know they're both grey. If they are both grey, there's a 4 and a digit from 369 there. And that would make this a 6, which would make the digit from 369 a 39. So we'd have a 439 group, a 1, a 7, that would have to be a 2, non-grey, and these would be 5, 6, 8. I can't rule that out. I'd love to, but I can't. Okay, for this to be a 4, neither of these can be a 147 grey digit. So that can't be a grey digit at all. If this is a 4, that's yellow. This is grey. This is not from 147, so it's from 369. For this to be a 4. This is from 369, like this and this. No, I don't know. I've got to think about these A's down the right-hand side, maybe. Or the fact that these might have to be the same. If they're the same, they're from 147, which would be a triple with that cell. That's slightly interesting. If these were the same, they would be A, and it would also be there and there, where it would be a 4 here, and a 4 down here, and a 1 there. Wow, you'd know a lot about it if these two were the same. I can't quite see the point, the fault line where something good happens here for me. Okay, this digit could be from 6, 9. No, it can't be from 6, 9. It could be from 5, 8. If it's, well, either it's part of a 1, 4 pair, or it's from 5, 8. But it can be from 5, 8. Oh, it's grinding my gears now. These two A's, why don't I know what they are? They're the same modular set. I've got to do some yin yang maybe, and I just can't see it. This is a 2, 3, or a 4. It's definitely not a shaded cell. Oh, is there a reason I ruled out 4 from there? There is. It was to do with the A's down the right. Goodness me, there was a good reason for that. It's quite complicated. However, it's worth bearing in mind that I have deduced that they can't both be grey. So this is either a 3, if that's grey, or if that's not grey, this has to be grey. And in that case, it's a grey 2. So this is either a 3 or a grey 2. If it's a 3, that's grey. If it's a grey 2, that's 9. This would be a 2. If that's a 3, this would be from 147. Wow, if that's a 3, this is from 147. Oh, goodness. But if that's a 2, this is 9. And that would be 2. Oh, something's happening here. I don't quite see what it is. I've just seen this. 7 in this box is confined to one of these cells, just by Sudoku. Oh, if only it was definitely here. It's such an intriguing rule set, but it's very, very hard to actually get your head around what the implications are. Now, is there some arrow that I've just completely forgotten? I mean, there's every chance of that. These aren't both yellow. They're obviously not both grey. They're one of each. If that's grey, this is from 147. And that's yellow. These would all be yellow to avoid a checkerboard. What does that mean? I do not know. Oh, there's something. What's going on? What's going on? Have I just missed some neighbouringness impossibility? If that's 4, this is 1. It just doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. If this is grey, then there's a 4 in one of these cells. If this is grey, that's a pair, and this has to be the same as that. They would both be from the 258 set. Then this pair would be from the same set that wouldn't be from the 258 set. And there'd be another 258 digit to go in one of these two, only one of these two. This is all if this is grey. There'll be one of these is from 258. And the A's will be from a different set. And the third A will be in one of those. If this is grey, why don't we know what it is? We just don't. And if this is double grey, they're from 147 and from 369. If this is double grey, that's not able to be grey in this column anymore because of the repeating A issue. So if this is double grey, that's yellow. I thought that meant something about what digit it was, but it doesn't necessarily. No, if this is double grey, it's that can't be grey. So that'll be grey, and this will be a 3. It'll be a yellow 3 if this is double grey, but it'll be a 3. And now that'll be a 9. And these will be a 6 and a 4, very definitively. If this is grey, this is a 6-4 pair, and that breaks this cell. Oh my Lord, let me take you through this again. If this is grey, we've worked out these can't all be grey because of the repetition of A digits down here. There'd be 4 of them. So if that's grey, that can't be grey and would be yellow. And this digit, this would be therefore grey, and this digit would be a 3 if that's grey. If both of these are grey, that's a 3. So now that's a 9. So we need digits from 147 and from 369. The one from 147 is a 4 because of those. The one from 369, once that's a 3, is a 6. And a 4, 6 there breaks that digit and is not going to happen. So this is not grey. This is yellow. This must be grey. And they can't be from the same. This might not do all that much because it hasn't told me what that digit is. It hasn't told me what this digit is. It's made this column much more able to have A again in one of those cells or not. Could A be 147? Then we would have to alternate up here. 258, 369, 258, 369. Yeah, there's no difficulty with that. Okay, now maybe we do know something about these digits, because they're going to be counting a total of 5 cells. Those 4 and one of these. So one of these would be a 2 and one would be a 3. In fact, that has now happened. One of these is a 2 and one is a 3, because they're counting a total of 5 cells, 4 there and 1 here. And if one of those is a 3, this digit can't be a 3. So that is a 9. And this isn't. And also these can't be 2, 3, and these can't be from 2 or 3. I'm going to put in the candidates here, 1, 7 or 9. This, well, I knew this couldn't be from 2, 3 before. And that's a beautiful deduction. It doesn't really do anything else. That's from 147. There is a 3 in one of these cells, and there is either a 1 or a 4. So we've got this weird pair going on there. I can't really deal with that. Now, this is seeing only one of the 2, 3 digits. Wow. Let's say that was a 6. No, that's not. I don't see the point. If that's a 3, one of these 3 cells is a 3. And then none of them is 6 or 9. I don't know what that proves. Oh, one of these is a 9 now. That's quite interesting. Is that interesting? One of them is from that group, because they're in a 2 by 2 together. One of them is a 9. I don't know. It doesn't seem to do anything. The other one's from 147. One of these is an 8. So these digits are from 5, 6, and 3 or 9. So 2 of them are from the 3, 6, 9 set. So only one of these 6 is from the 3, 6, 9 set. And in whichever trio that isn't from the 3, 6, 9 set, you're going to have a repeat there and there, or here and here. Now the only repeat digit that could be over this side, the repeat modular set, is the 3, 6, 9 set. No? Yeah, because this is touching the 5 and that is touching the 1. But these can't both be from the 3, 6, 9 set because we've had 3 and 6 in the column. So that must be a repeat of this modular set on this side, because we're only allowed one of the 3, 6, 9 digits in any of these places. And therefore there's a ABA pair. Yeah, let me just take you through that theory again. These 6 grey cells only include one digit from 3, 6, 9. So in the trio of them that doesn't have the digit from 3, 6, 9, we must have a repeat of either 147, then 258, then 147, or the other way around, 258, then 147, then 258. And that must be this side we've now... No. What have we decided? Did I decide it must be this side? Did I decide this side had the 9 in? Yes, it does, by Sudoku. By Sudoku, this side has a 9 in. There's no 9 in this set. Oh, there's something very easy has been available here that I haven't understood before, but that's fine. Those are a 3, 5, 6. There is a 9 in this group. There is no 3, 6, or 9 in this group because there's a 3 down here and a 6, 9 up there. So these must alternate between those two. I mean, these two must be the same. They're not from 3, 6, 9 and they're not from 2, 5, 8. So they're both from 1, 4, 7. And the 8 in the column is here. And over here we have a 2, a 9, and either 4 or 7. I mean, you know, it's quite hard-won stuff, and it probably isn't actually going to do a lot, but in a way, I'm still pleased to be making any progress at all. Now that's not a 9. Down here we've got a 3, 4, 7 group with only one of 4 or 7 in that pair because the other one's here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's true. Now, if that was a 9, this would be 4 or 7, and that would be a 2, 9 pair. If it was 1 or 7, this would be a 9, and this would be 2, and this would be from 4 or 7. And I don't know the answer. I basically don't know what that means. Is there some problem with this being a 6 and all these being grey? This would have to be from whatever set that wasn't from, 369 or 147. I don't know. That's not getting me anything yet. There's still this one. That and that are a 2, 3 pair. I was so pleased when I discovered that. This digit sees 2, 3, that pair, 5, 1, 9, 7. This is 4, 6, or 8. A bit like that. This one doesn't see 1 and 5 though, so it's less constrained. That's from 2, 5, 8. This has to be from 4, 3, or 6. We still need a 7 in this row in one of those cells. If that was a 6, these would both be grey, and 4 couldn't be there with the 7. So it would have to be here. So if that's a 6, you go 4, 8, 9, 7 and 2, or 7 and 3. If that's a 6, that's 4. If that's a 4, this is from the 3-6 pair. These are both yellow. That's grey and would be not from 2, 5, 8. Yeah, that's not interesting. Wow, there's probably just one cell crying out to be studied and considered and easy to solve. And I do not know what it is. I was pretty pleased to get this 8, if I'm honest. Now, if that was a 4, these are all grey, and that is 1 or 7, and this is 7 or 9, and that's not really getting anything done either. If that's 2, that's 9, that's from 4 or 7, and this has to be 9. So if that's 2, this is 9. Okay, well there's something interesting there, because if that's 2, that's 3. So if we've made that 9 and that 3, BC can't be 3, can't include 3, 6, 9. So if this is 2, that's 9. Well, A could include it. It would be 9, 3, 6. It's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. That's if this is 2. This is 9. That becomes a 6. That has to become a 3, 6, 9 digit, and it sees, no, it sees only the 6. If that becomes a 6, this is 3 or 4 down here. Oh, it's so close to doing something if this is 2. Oh, I'll tell you what it does do. If that's 2, this is yellow, so that's grey. Then we get A down here. So if that's 6, this is a 3, 9 pair. And that becomes a definite 4. And then we've got a 6 here and 8 and 9. I mean, it all fills in. These are all, I don't know, these are all grey. You get an awful lot done if this is a 2. But, I mean, I'll be quite quick to make progress if this is a 2. But I don't know how I'm going to establish it's a 2. When it could be a 3. And that be a 2 at the moment. Mark, what's going on? Why can't you see through this? This is not 9, 1, 8 or 7. This is 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. That counts all the modular sets. Oh, look, 1 hour. I'm going to have to take a break and look after my family for a bit. I will be back in a moment. Hello. Well, that was quite a long break indeed, where cooking family dinner turned into eating family dinner and then a family discussion. And I've been away from this puzzle for a long time. Now, that might be a bad thing in terms of forgetting the threads of what I was thinking about. This is a 2, 3 pair. I remember that. They're counting these 5 digits, 5 greys. Yeah. Okay. It might be a good thing in that you can sometimes come with a new eye and see things clearer that you weren't seeing. If this digit, 4 is the interesting one here. because that's the only one from the 147 camp in this cell. That would make this a 6, and that would make these grey, which seems a tougher constraint than making them yellow. Yeah, okay, I do see what the effect of making this grey is. The effect of making this grey is to make these two the same from the same modular class. If that's grey, okay, the simpler way of looking at that, if that's grey, it's in this 2x2, that's from 147, this is from 258, this would be from 369, and in this 2x2, that would be from 147. So that would now be a 147 triple, and this would be 3. And that happens if this is 4, and this is 6. But I don't see... Ah, look. No, okay. I mean, that's very interesting for this side of the puzzle. This is a generic lesson, isn't it? When you have one of these T-shapes of shaded cells, you get the repeat there and there. Oh my goodness, this is going to apply to the central box where we remember, I remember, that we had one group that did have the repeat digit. And that meant that this other group doesn't have a modular repeat. It has 3 different ones. And now I think that means this can't be grey. Yes, it does. If those two were grey, they would be from modular sets A and B. And in this 2x2, that would be from modular set C. And in this 2x2, that would be from modular set C. Is it possible for these two to be from the same modular set? The answer is no, because that was the whole point of this column, was there was one of each going on down here. Ah, that is fabulous. Well, okay, there is a huge, huge advertisement for taking a break when you're solving a puzzle, because I had not rationalized that before. So for that reason, this can't be grey, and this is grey. And now we've got this same deal going on down this side. This is going to be B and C is the point. And this has to be A again. And this is the law of these T shapes that I've just created. They must have repeats in the edges of the T junctions. So we've got 3 A's down this column. Now we know that A is not 147 because we've had a 7. Now, do we know if A is 258 or 369? Yes, because if it was 258, it would break this cell. We do. A is 369. Wow, that is hard won. Right, B and C are from 147 and 258. So don't we know what they are? I'll tell you what, we know what this is because it's counting 3 cells. And this is counting 2, and that can't be a 2. That 3 is now looking at this cell is a 6. We are in business here. Oh, where's 2 in this box? It can't be in those cells, so it's one of these 2. I'm getting rid of these B, C, and even A pencil marks. There's a 2 in one of those cells, along with a 6 and something from 147, which is either 1 or 7, because it can't be 4. That digit can't be a 7 because of this. Now, hang on, 639. This is not from 6, 3, or 9. That is now a 4. This is where we wanted to be. That's a 6. These are grey. And here we've got my T, which was going to be very important for a reason I don't remember. Let's do Sudoku. That's an 8. 9 there. 3 and 7 here. This is just Sudoku. This is brilliant. Right. That 4 has seen this cell. It's a 1. Now it's this T. This is telling me something. That is from 147, so this can't be in this 2 by 2. So that's a 3. Oh, also this is yellow. This now can't be 3. This is 4 or 7. And there's my 147 triple, and this is 3, and that's 4. And no corner mark needed. 4 there. Oh. This has 1 digit from 147 and 1 from 258. Oh, that 2 is in a 2 by 2 with this digit. That's a 9. This is from 147. This is from 258, and it sees 5 and 8. This is a 2. That can't, this 2 by 2 sees this one being from 147, so that's a 9. That's not what I wanted. Now I get, do I get this? No. The only thing this sees is digits from 369. Oh. 1, 2, it is 4, 5, or 8. But hang on, I must know, no, I must know what this pair is. This is a pair of 147, 258, so is that. So is this. That's incredible that I can't disambiguate that. 9 there is looking at this cell. That's a 3. That's a 9. This is 5. Those aren't. These are 3 and 6 indeed. This is a 1, 2, 9 triple. This digit is 7. This yellow has to get out. Bit of yin yang. 1, 2, 8. Oh, this is a naked single. See, 6, 9, 3, 4, 5, 7 in the column, 2, 8 in the row. That finishes the column. This is now not from 2, 5, 8, obviously. This is also not from 2, 5, 8. And now this can't be from 147 because of that one. And it can't be 8. It must be 5. And there's our 147 triple left behind. Now, this digit is not from 369 or 147. It's from 258. There's a 2 in one of those cells. 91352. This is an 8-6 pair, apparently. And this can't be 3. That's a 4. That gives me more grey. This is yellow by yin yang. This is a little important 2 by 2. That's from 258. That's one from 147. This is from 369. Now this can't be from 369. Oh, look, hang on. It sees all of 147 and 369 anyway. So it's from 258. This can't be 5 or 6. This central box is done. 7, 4. Box 8 is done. These are 2 and 7. It just comes together suddenly. This is extraordinary. 4, 7, 9 here. That one is a naked 9, surrounded by 4, 7. Now, this can't be grey, because it would be in a 2 by 2 with 6. So that's yellow. This is grey. That is seeing a 369 digit and a 147 digit. This is a 258 digit. I don't know which one. This is not 9, though. Now, that has been resolved by the column, so the box is done. I must be finishing off now. 6 in this row is there. This can't be 9 in the grey next to 6, so it's 1. I've still got yin-yang to polish off. Maybe I can finish the numbers and then do the yin-yang. 2, 4, 5. This is 3, 7, 8. They must be, yeah, you can write them all in. That's going to sort out 4, 7. This can't be 1, so they're all done. 1, 2, 9. Right, before I do the last bit of filling in of digits, let's work out the yin-yang. Because, I mean, that's all there is. I can't believe that came together like that. I thought I was really quite stuck just moments before. Now, this can't be grey because of this 2x2 already having a 6 in. So that's yellow. This is now grey. The yellow has to get out. This is yellow to avoid a 2x2. Now I have to decide which of 2 or 3. 3 can't be grey because it would be in a 2x2 with a 6. So that's yellow. That's grey. This is okay. 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, and 3, 6, 9. And there we go. That is the solution to modular yin yang. Do ignore the time. Time got away from me on that one. But hopefully with the edit you have seen a decent solve of that puzzle. Wow. I mean, it's brilliantly clever. Oh, I just love the puzzles we get to solve on the channel. Thank you for watching, and let us know how you got on with that puzzle. Was it a particularly difficult point with the T's, or was that, maybe that was the lesson that I should have learned a bit earlier? I don't know. Anyway, great fun. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.